Welcome back to HeyDM, where these assholes share one brain cell and Jason has it today.
I was gonna say we have no brain cells.
I, however, have my own brain cells, so...
I look fed.
I was gonna laugh to the Cowboy Bebop song, and I laughed about it for 2 minutes.
She's crying. She has a tissue.
I did have to cry, yes. I was crying a lot.
So, Bass, I think I might have just given away 3 years of my life.
You what now?
Well, okay, so I was talking to that Liz girl, because I wanted to see if she was okay after what you said. Liz? Yeah. I was talking to that Liz girl. Liz boy.
They prefer they.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Liz they.
A Liz person, okay? I don't even know if they're a person, but we're gonna. And they were like, we like started talking, and they were like, oh my god, like, and I was like, oh my god, like, do you need to spill some tea kind of thing? And they were like, yeah, like, do you have like, they're like, can I have like 3 years? And I was like, yeah, I mean, sure. And then like, I don't know.
Does Kissy know what tea is?
If someone asks if they're gonna have 3 years, they mean literally have 3 years. You just gave them 3 years of your life. And she does that. They do that, sorry. You know, they just change.
I don't really mind. I wasn't really bound to do anything important anyway.
Quick side thing, guys. If someone says, can I have something, it literally means I want that thing. Like if you say, can I have your hand? They literally mean, can I have your hand? Don't say yes, because they will take your hand. Charlotte, you already lost a pinky.
No, I'm not going to jokingly say,
don't say
give me a hand.
Also,
Some kids
we're in the Fae now. Like,
you are in the Fae.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I take Joe. I got this.
I saw the page. That was Mark.
I roll it.
So you take this little, like,
I'm holding the collar in the other
bowling
hand.
ball size thing and just kind of roll it along. It rolls over a couple of these long, spindly kind of roots of the trees. You see one of them kind of moves out of the way, so it rolls underneath and then settles back into the dirt. And it stops, and there's a quick boom, 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 boom. And with a yelp, a large cat-like creature comes scampering into place. It is long, lean, almost panther-like, with 2 long tentacle-like protrusions from its back that arch up into what look to be like squid-like endings with sharp stickers. I'm shaming you. He just passed me a note that said, is it a sexy cat?
Oh my god. No, I was thinking
Be
it's
shamed.
like the Jurassic... It's the guys that we saw before.
I'm thinking this, but...
Do you want to try and figure out what it is?
No.
I do.
Yeah, actually.
Roll a nature check, bitches!
Thought you were gonna say initiative.
Oh, I need my phone, because that's where my character sheet is, but I'm charging it. What do I do in this situation?
My brain just turned to mush after we started laughing about that, so now I have absolutely no desire to do anything, so good thing we're only going up for an hour this time. That's cock.
Nature?
You should have rolled it in the thing then.
Nature or...
Wait, can I give myself bardic
Nature.
inspiration?
Cool. Well, it's okay, because it's not gonna load.
I just realized we're still...
Wait, that's a
Sometimes I forget we're streaming when I do things.
What?
I know what I'm doing.
that's a 5, but can I get bardic inspiration?
Do you want to inspire yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Play me a tune.
Copyright.
There we go.
What?
Thanks. That's my tune.
What am I rolling for?
A nature check to see what the creature is.
I have a song. You're thick.
7.
I'm thick.
7?
I like pussy. 5 plus 3, I can't math. I was gonna say 9.
Okay.
I'm working
so 7
on
and 8. Tavik? What's your nature check?
Roll? You know what? It's fine. It's at 8. 14.
14? you spend a second looking at this thing, it is
A pussy.
very, very powerful looking. It's got these long tentacles that stretch out of its back, kind of whipping around. Not dangerously, but just kind of like back and forth like it's waiting. It has 6 pairs of legs. I'm sorry, 6 legs in total, 3 pairs, I guess.
Me and Tanny were talking, you said 8 pairs, and you went,
No, 6.
oh.
It has long, kind of almost bat-like ears. And a face, kind of a snarling, kind of cat-like face. These long, sharp teeth and these dark eyes. And it turns to you guys,
I hold up its collar.
sees the collar, and it stops halfway from releasing a growl and just kind of sits back on its haunches, tilts its head at you, and waits for the collar.
Okay, I go and I put it on.
It like does a loop around you, kind of sniffs, and then it just kind of darts up into one of the trees and disappears from view.
Goodbye.
Joe.
Oh,
Hey! That's really terrifying.
It's called a displacer beast.
I was right.
That fucking thing is wet.
Didn't
So
we fight this place or be?
yeah, you have, yes. Kizzy and Tabik, you guys recognize it. The two of you, it looks familiar, but you don't know it off the top of your head. You don't know what it is. It's a cool cat.
How many nipples does a cat?
You don't get that question answered.
I'm not going to give that a response, but I will threaten you with a knife.
Well, I do have
Oh
fun.
my god, he's not on phone!
You're metagaming, Jason!
About cat nipples?
What?
I go up to the cat and I'm like,
I thought you were
"Hey,
using it
Displacer
as a
Beast, how many
shield!
nipples you got?" No, I'm drawing.
I really don't have the brain cell today.
I had the brain cell for 2 seconds, and then when you said I have the brain cell, my brain turned to mush. I think I have cancer.
Is it Brad?
Joe. Joe, come here. We're gonna go.
You can see it like pokes
Please
its head
give him, like, a
down
pit
through
voice.
through the trees and just kind of looks at you before disappearing back up.
Hey,
Um,
puppy.
Here, kitty. I hold up the ball of yarn.
Make me a dex saving throw.
Oh no! It's gonna jump you.
14.
The displacer beast, Joe, comes bounding out of one of these multicolored leaf trees and just fucking tackles you. You manage to throw it off before it throws you to the ground, but it comes away just batting at this yarn.
I forgot how terrifying those are. I don't want that thing on me.
Would you please tell me you heard the...
Yeah, that
my
was
dog.
the dog.
Okay.
Can I just say that Tapik has gotten out his guide to pets and is looking for cats
Your dog has
Yep.
a really big
to
mouth.
see if there's anything on cat.
For sure, for sure.
I go over and I put a hand out.
Yeah, it just nuzzles.
I take my ball of yarn back.
It like stares at it, but then like it's like okay.
Okay, I see how it is.
I'll get it eventually. And
Cool.
then it just kind of loops around your legs.
Right.
Congratulations, you've acquired a pet.
Another.
Another one.
Yeah.
You almost killed my other one, so I mean.
You're right. But, by the way, I'm sorry. Well, actually, no, many apologies. Because I figured I should do that right now. Sorry for killing your rock, almost. Sorry for kind of being jealous at you. Because, Istis chose you over me. Sorry for sorry for that time that I shocked you and then we got thrown into jail. There's probably another one. But I'll be right back. I just gotta go, apologize to Istis too, because, like, you know, I'll be right back.
Your dog's fucking on cocaine.
I want to go do something.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Are you going off into the woods then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
So you set off into the woods.
Yep.
Are you heading a specific direction? Are you heading towards where Quentin had pointed out north would be for now?
I'm just going over to the side for a bit.
Just over to the side?
Yeah.
Just like within view of them, or are we going
Just
into the woods?
slightly out of view.
Just slightly out of view?
Not
Okay.
not horribly far, but you know, enough they can't hear me.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want them to leave?
Kinda.
Get the fuck out, children. Jason, can you let my dog out, please?
Of course.
Jason, can you not come back, please?
Of course.
Why was that such a nicely
Joe.
drawn shark?
Joe.
I'm trying my
Oh,
hardest.
Go that way. Okay, yeah.
You're not gonna
Joe
help me
just
but go.
trots out.
Goodbye.
I don't want to let your dog out. I'm lazy.
Oh, can you let my dog out, please?
Yeah, I can.
I lost the shark.
Go!
I
Leave the shark! You're holding it in your hand, you dipshit.
Oh, I am.
You don't have to breathe still today.
I really don't.
Okay.
My iPad isn't letting me turn off the volume, so do you want to just mute yourself for me?
Sure. Okay. Jasper, okay. Apparently we're muted. My voice just went. Okay, great. I'm gonna call Kyujin.
How are you doing so?
I
You're just gonna...
I don't really
Kyujin!
I don't really know. Sure? Yeah.
Just screaming Kyujin.
Like once or twice.
Okay. Okay. You see Kyujin emerge from behind one of these trees. He's taller than the last time you'd seen him. He'd grown a little bit thinner. Dark hair still. Kind of looks over at you and goes, "Yeah? You cold?"
What? What?
This is easy enough to get here.
Do you know what you were supposed to do?
For a second he like freezes, he looked a little puzzled and he says, "I can't remember something."
Okay, well, you know, Feywild, is it the real you?
In what case would I be fake? Do you feel alright?
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I got the same. 20 on insight. Wait. Yes.
Something's off about this. This is not... You've met Kyujin once before. And
I called him.
the person in front of you doesn't... Something's off. They're a little bit too tall, a little bit too not right. And you can also tell that they're kind of... They're not lying, but they're not telling you. They're avoiding talking about things.
Okay, tell me one thing that we have done together, and I might believe you.
This Kyujin begins to make his way around the, like, outside of the little, not clearing, but little space that you've found your way to. You can see there's a gracefulness, an awkward gracefulness to him that he doesn't normally possess. Just kind of a slight thing. And as he passes behind one of these trees,
You catch just the slightest flicker of a pale white face and long webbing like hair before it returns to Kyujin. He continues to make his way around. He says, I'm not quite sure what you'd like me to say.
Okay, well, bye, and, I kind of go into a different forest.
You just continue walking.
Yeah, I just go into a different clearing.
Yeah. I'll let it happen.
Okay.
Kyujin's just behind you, kind of goes, "Oh, you not want to talk then?"
No, see you.
All right. And just fades back out of view. Move on a little farther, find a new clearing.
Okay, I try and call him.
Just don't.
No, like, you know, like I try and summon kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll me a religion check.
Oh, okay. 22.
22. Okay. You set up, it's a bit of an awkward space to set up a summoning ritual in. But you managed to set up a small one just for contact. You arrange the proper ingredients and it takes you a few seconds, and finally blink your eyes open and there's a hazy kind of image. It's very distorted, very off-put kind of, and you can see past it what looks to be kind of a city of rough hewn marble, dark black marble with gold inlays running up on a large cliffside mountaintop kind of space. There's a fountain in the background that is currently spurting broken bits of water. There is a fire that burns atop the crest of the actual mountain, and you can see that a couple of the buildings have taken some heavy damage. There are a number of flashes of light dotted around the landscape, and you can see a small figure dressed up in this dark robe and mask that you had seen earlier before, darting around through the rubble, fighting with some sort of shadowy figure. You can't quite make out correctly.
Kyujin?
The figure darts out, raises a knife, slits right through the top half of this smoke-like form as it dissipates, turns towards with a shimmering kind of curtain that stands between the two of you as he goes, Charlotte?
How do you know my name?
How do you know my name?
Not what I wanted to focus on here. You didn't call me?
Call you? What? No, I'm a little... and there's a swipe of these smoke-like talons as a larger one of these smoke creatures comes lumbering, and he turns around and just cuts off one of its arms and goes, Little busy here!
Well, what are you busy? What are those things?
Don't have a clue!
Does anybody?
You know, I haven't bothered to... There's a stone that comes just crushing onto the spot where he once stood, as he dodges out of the way, rolling to the side, brings up, slices another one of these smoke creatures. You can see more of them as they begin to pour in through the room, into this kind of fountain area that he's currently fighting in. There is a shout from farther up into the city that you can vaguely hear, a deeper voice, and Kyujin, this masked figure, kind of lifts his head towards it as he's still fighting things off, and he says, Look, what do you need? I'm gotta go soon. Little busy.
Do you want any help?
We're not allowed to... Dodges another. Not allowed to help. God damn it. He's just fighting off wave after wave after wave. Finally manages to spin out near this curtain. With a breather, with a couple of them. You can see more coming down from the top of the mountain and from the bottom of the mountain. But there's currently none in the fountain square. He's kind of leaned over against the side of the fountain going, We're not allowed to get help from you guys. That's why the alarm was pulled and shit. But there's no entrance back in yet.
Addo said he pulled it.
Yeah. I'm aware he pulled it. I don't know why the fucker did it. This is probably why he did it, but like, he kind of holds up a finger as he's like huffing and puffing.
No,
kind of pushes the mask off his face slightly. You still can't see anything beneath it, but he pulls it away slightly so you can breathe easier a little.
Okay.
Pushes it back into place and goes, look, do you need something now? I'm kind of stuck here with the others until we can get rid of whatever these things are and we can open up the city again. But if you need something, I can try.
Like, you mean the city, right? Like
the city. Yes. Yeah. No. The assembly's all gone and everything's in tatters and I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Well, I guess I'm sorry I can't help. Don't... Merkel's your dad, right?
Even with the mask on, you can tell there's a slight flinch to his shoulders. There's a slight tensing. He goes, I have to go. Is there anything you need?
Well, I just, I'd feel horrible for saying this, but, don't tell him that I told... There's not supposed to be contact. Baz says hi.
He's kind of been looking down at his feet slightly, like looking off to the side, keeping an eye out. His gaze jumps to you immediately. He says, okay.
Oh, and, watch out for, like, they might be onto us, but, Baz actually, kind of told the Wild Hunt about, like, Fairnissa, so there's also that, so, just watch out for that. It was mostly just, it didn't call, so I was kind of, it's been you've probably been fighting this for a bit. I should probably let you go, if you need anything, just call me, I guess.
Sure, you're okay, right?
Me?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got, I put you back and stuff, but I didn't check in afterwards.
You put me back?
Yeah, forget it. I gotta go. And he swipes a hand through this curtain as it shimmers back away. You can just see the slightest bit of these shadow monsters as they begin to make their way back up the slope, and he turns to fight them. And you are left in the clearing. You can feel as Joe, this displacer beast, kind of pads up next to you and just kind of looks up before nodding, not in the direction that you had came from, but farther off, kind of to the left. That's the right, to the right. Further into the trees a little bit.
Probably not that way. Joe? Probably not that way.
It does it again.
You want me to go that way? Can I inside check the cat?
Yep.
Okay, 15 plus 8, 23?
It doesn't have malicious intent in any way.
Okay.
It's, you can't tell if it's telling the truth or lying or anything because it doesn't really have anything to say. But you can tell that whatever it needs, it thinks that is the way you need to go.
Can I cast message on this thing? Hold on. I'm gonna check. Okay, it doesn't say anything about it being able to talk. So. Can I try and cast message?
You can try it.
It doesn't say anything about languages.
You can tell it a message.
What's over there, buddy?
The displacer beast continues to just kind of stand there looking at you, and then it points with its head again and begins to stalk off. One of its tendril-like things comes around, wraps itself around your wrist, and begins to pull you towards the direction it's walking.
Well, okay, I guess we're going.
Okay. If you'd like to unmute Jasper.
Okay.
And get the others.
Okay, I shall. Whoa. What the heck? Come on, let's go. I don't know what they're singing, but it's probably copyright, so I have to close the door.
Yep.
Wow, that was. Wow. Okay.
Did you either of you know what Luigi's ballad is?
What?
Sit down.
No.
I'm concerned.
Okay, welcome back. So, the group of you is left. Charlotte kind of wanders off into the woods.
That was it?
Charlotte has wandered off into the woods.
Where are we supposed to be going?
Wait, am I sitting over there? I can sit over there.
You can stay here.
I got a feeling something happened. Well, we're supposed to be going to the thingy with the people. The hags.
Where is that?
Like on the border. Or by the thing.
How do we get there?
Walk.
Which direction?
Walk. You walk.
Just fuck. I mean, well, we have to wait for Charlotte, so
You're just gonna wait for Charlotte then?
What direction did she go in?
She headed off towards the west.
You know, if we leave, like if one of us goes away, we could lose them forever, because directions change.
You want to leave me?
Oh, we're gonna go find you,
You
but
want
you
to just
left.
go abandon me?
alright, well, I mean, I sent Joe after them, and
Is Joe back?
Do we see Joe?
You can't see Joe now.
Joe, baby, come here.
Okay. There is a second, and then exiting from beyond the trees comes a boy.
That ain't
he's
Joe, what the fuck?
Maybe.
What the fuck happened to Joe?
Is he wearing
maybe
a pink collar?
13 years old.
Does he have a pink collar?
No, he's not. He has long dark hair, darker skin.
What?
Was it the same boy that when we were at the thing?
Oh.
At what thing?
We were in the inn with the halfling people or whatever. We jumped down or whatever, or some shit. I don't know.
The halfling people?
You're not Joe.
The figure makes their way into this clearing. Jason, I need you to roll me a perception check, please. They're not tall, but they are probably a little bit taller than Baz and Charlotte would be. This figure looks familiar. Not in the way that you've seen them before, but that you should have, or you should know. They've got a couple of, like, facial features that look a little bit similar to something you're supposed to be knowing. They walk into the clearing, and they look at the group of you and they go, "No, I'm not Joe."
I have to.
Who the fuck are you?
Kyujin.
Yeah!
I knew it!
Like, what? Full name?
Just like Kyujin. I'm looking for my friend.
What does your friend look like?
Yay high, blonde hair, doesn't like shoes.
Oh, your friend actually. You know what? I am great friends with your friend. She just walked off that way, and that's why we're trying to get Joe, because Joe followed her and we don't know where Joe went. So.
Oh, wonderful. This way?
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna say,
Jason, come
is
here.
Baz freaking out? Is this like Baz or is this Jason? Okay, I pick up Baz and we start walking.
Jason, come sit down at the table.
I'm crying!
Jason, come sit down
Hold
at the
on,
table, please.
I gotta go give him a Kleenex.
I'm holding Baz. Let's just.
Oh, there's Kleenex right here.
Okay, so you pick Baz up,
Yeah, I know.
and the group of you follows after Kyujin. He makes his way through the trees off in the direction that Charlotte had gone.
Come here.
You're walking for probably about 3 minutes. Come sit down at the table, Jason.
Come here. It's Kyujin.
not cry!
Come sit down at the table. You can cry at the table,
No,
Jason.
I can't!
Yes, you can. Come here. I'd say
leads
don't
you
be a
into the-
baby,
into
but you're
the-
going
into the woods. Time doesn't work correctly in the Feywild.
Yeah.
So it could be minutes later or seconds later that you emerged into a small clearing. There is a small hole, maybe the size of a door, almost a little bit smaller, burrowed into what looks to be a small mound of a hill. And Kyujin kind of pokes around before kind of going to the entrances. I mean, down here looks about as good as anywhere else.
Kyujin?
Yes, that's my name.
I have to go. I can't even roleplay this right now.
That's yes, that's what I'm called.
Fuck you. I didn't come here for this.
Sit down.
I can't! I'm
Come here, Jason.
Okay, what's roleplay? Go.
Come see your son.
Where is he now?
I know your mom. And your
You
dad.
know my mother and father.
How do you know their mother?
Did you grow up with Bartham or Genk?
I don't recognize the names.
Do you know Miracle?
I know who Miracle is, yes.
Veronissa?
No.
I don't think drinking your monster while hyperventilating
Shall we
is a very good idea.
make after...
Are you his son?
Am I whose son?
Miracle.
Not sure.
Kizza is holding you, by the way, so watch your next words.
Don't believe so.
Do you know anyone with the last name of Benham or Ben Quinn?
Not to my knowledge.
broke your.
I'm sorry.
Shall we then?
Yes.
And Kyujin descends into the depths of this hole. The group of you following after.
He's very holy.
Kizu, you're still holding Baz?
Yes.
Are you guys going first, or is Tavik?
We'll go first.
You guys are going first? Okay. So
I
it's
hate
you guys,
you.
then I'll say Tavik, then Shahala.
I don't even care. This is my real son. This is like as
So
close
the
to
group of you enters into the
beautiful
thing.
as I am.
You walk for a little bit. It's getting darker and darker and darker, and eventually you get to a point where the light has disappeared and it is just darkness. You
Didn't have to deal with this on the way home.
stop for a moment because you can't actually hear Kyujin walking anymore.
My boy's a ghost.
And I'd like perception checks from everyone.
Oh, fuck me.
If it's
I
really
need more
dark, then
tissues.
it's
It's just
light,
coming
so we
out.
can
I can't
see.
stop it.
Tabak, are you casting light?
Well, I can just have fire in my hands. It's
Okay, you're
have,
just
like,
summing up a
dull
light?
torchlight.
Okay. You guys can roll perception with advantage.
Thank God. Not much. Oh, way better.
20.
20?
Not now.
21.
21? Tabak?
20.
The group of you watches as Tabak flares up a single little bit of fire, holds it up to his palm, and suddenly the room around you is illuminated. It is a large cavernous room. There are multiple different tunnels and holes that have been cut into the walls, and strung across a majority of the room are what look to be these large silken cobwebs. You can hear the skittering sound of what seem to be spiders as they crawl around in these tunnels. And then you notice that Kyujin is currently about 30 feet up, sitting on one of these cobwebs, except while the creature has Kyujin's face, its body is a huge, just spider-like
My
creature.
boy's a spider.
What?
My boy's a spider.
Okay, I drop Baz. And I look up and I'm like,
How about we go?
are you shitting me?
There is a chitter, and the face morphs into that of a gaunt, pale-faced elf.
My boy's not a spider anymore.
Long, web-like hair. And it chitters at the two of you and goes, "More flies to the web." You motherfucking bitch!
My boy's a
And,
spider.
yeah.
It's not your boy.
I know, but my boy's
Danny.
a spider.
Yeah, hi.
Charlotte and Joe are currently traipsing through the woods.
Yeah.
You exit out on the opposite side of the clearing from where you'd entered.
Okay.
Baz, Shahala, Charlotte.
I'm gone!
Baz, Shahala, Kiza, and Tabak are all gone. And the clearing is empty. And Joe kind of looks around confused. And then you see there is a ding, 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 ding. There's a couple of the rhinestones on his collar light up. And he pivots his head and begins to take off into the woods.
I follow him.
Sweet. Yep.
Wait, can I do a perception check?
Yes. Roll
Okay,
a perception
great.
check.
I hope he's coming to help us.
13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't notice anything. The woods have shifted a little bit, so a couple of the tree branches have kind of moved out of the way. The roots have kind of shifted the earth a little bit, but you can tell it's still the same clearing. You can see what look to be like, not paw prints, like claw prints from Kiza.
Okay.
Where they've kind of sunk slightly into the ground, but they're slowly being covered up again, in the direction that Joe is taking off. You can also smell a slight damp mildew almost to the air.
Bottoms up.
And you take up after Joe and vanish into the forest again.
Yep, hopefully following those tracks.
Hey kiddos,
Roll initiative.
roll me some initiative.
Fuck you.
I have to think not as Jason but as Baz right now, which is 10 times more hurt.
We really should have thought out better than following a random
18.
person in the
18?
Feywild.
I'm gonna die because
I
of this
need-
man.
My
This fake
finger,
ass
I'm not
man.
using it.
Do you want black or all
Black,
of them?
please.
13.
Okay, so Kizza
Baz doesn't do anything.
is 18. Baz is
13.
13. Talik,
Oh, that's a 6.
6. Okay. Shahala got a 7. 6.
I'm actually like so distressed right now. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna be like, this bitch. My boy. He's a bitch. My boy.
Which one?
Huge.
Okay, I thought you were calling Baz an idiot. Okay.
Keecher's not here. It's a spider.
No, but Baz is gonna be like, that boy's a spider. I'm not gonna do shit. You're gonna fight that.
Kiz is about to fucking kill this thing, just so you're aware.
Okay. So, Kizza, you're at the top of the round. Let me paint you a
That boy's
picture.
spider.
And by paint you a picture, I mean draw you a Batman. Spider elf, spider elf.
Copyright. Maybe. I don't know.
It's a spider elf. He's made a webbing cave. It's not your son anymore.
Anymore, but Baz doesn't know that. I don't know that. I'm sad.
What do you mean? I'm pretty sure you would know if Kyujin.
Doesn't Baz know a lot about the Feywild? I think it's
Doesn't mean I'm not stupid.
So like
You
stupid,
overestimate his
stupid-
smarts.
Stupid enough to think that Miracle
I've
plus
been looking-
Baronessa would equal a spider elf that can only kind of look like Kyujin at times and doesn't know anything about them.
I want to know. I don't know if he came into my mind or what, or like how it's him.
Where's the spider?
So,
Right
I'm
here.
placing 2 seconds here. You can place your guys at the entrance here.
This is Baz.
I had his thing.
I just dropped you, so you're like there.
Can I borrow a?
You're not
does anyone
here.
have a dice thing?
A what?
Like a no, like one of the little see-through ones.
These?
No,
See-through dice.
See?
the little
The
boxes,
containers.
dicey boxes.
Oh no!
No, that's
I bring the bag.
I have like. Hold
You
on.
could. Do you want to use an ice cube?
See what I got.
I've got.
Okay.
I've got a whole lot
Just-
enough to say.
We'll just keep in mind that it's 30 feet up.
Wait. No, never mind. That's probably gross. I have a Kleenex pack. Do you want the
I
Kleenex?
have to erase my spell slots because I haven't erased them for the past.
Oh wait,
turns.
just use that.
I'm gonna use red for him.
That's what I said, but he said no.
Why not?
Can I have a eraser?
Just put it on top of it.
I'll just put it
Oh,
on his
eraser,
disc to
yeah.
show that he's higher. So he's kind of sitting in a web here. Speaking of which,
Is that
Better.
better? That
put the black disc on top,
black disc?
It's a whip.
and we'll put it there, whatever.
Okie dokie. And you want an eraser?
Yes, please.
Okie
I don't
dokie.
know what 39 means. but I
Already
have
chunky.
39 on the
Here you
top.
go.
Where's-
So, good job, guys.
I don't like this anymore.
One step into the Feywild and you're dead. What do I do? What do I do now, guys?
I've been bamboozled so much. I don't even know.
You done got goofed.
Okay. So the green represents strings or like little pathways over top of you guys, about 30 feet. Yeah. Kizzy, you're at the top of the initiative. What you want to do, kid?
Fuck this thing up. Alright, first things first. Is Baz gonna try to get in my way? Okay, cool.
I'm gonna get drunk tonight.
Me too, sweetie. I felt that one.
Just wait, Jason. I'll give you some good news later.
I'm pregnant.
Is that good news?
Could be.
So this thing can talk, right?
It seemed able to. It called you guys
I'm so
flies into a web.
You spider bitch! Get your ass down here!
You trying to intimidate it?
No, I'm just
You're
really
just yelling at it?
I'm just screaming at it. I'm like, you spider ass bitch! I do not have the time.
Okay.
Just leave.
The top half of its body, like kind of shoulders up, which extend from the abdomen of this large spider-like body. It's been elvish in appearance, kind of like those elves you'd seen in the bowling alley a little bit earlier. You see it opens its mouth in kind of like a grinning smile, and as it does so, two mandibles retract out of the mouth and just kind of click at you as it
My
chitters.
son never used to do that. I'm still so distressed.
Okay, so we're standing right in the doorway.
Yep.
Baz! Are you on the ground? Are you lying on the ground? Are you standing?
This is what Joe looks
Are
like.
you
by the
sitting?
way.
Kneeling.
You're kneeling on the
Just
ground.
a muscular
Good boy.
man.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up Baz. And I'm going to turn around and I'm gonna tell them to get the fuck out. Everyone but Tabit, get the fuck out. I'm gonna like pick you up, turn you around, and put you with Shahala and be like, get the fuck. Leave!
It's not my turn yet! Okay, so you doing that? Or
Yeah.
is that all you're doing?
I'm gonna pull up my shield and like hold my axe at the ready. But yeah, otherwise that's it.
Okay. Where's my board?
You just put it somewhere.
It's right there. Okay. There is a chittering. And emerging from the tunnel behind you
God fucking
comes a large spider. It's not nearly as large as the one in the middle. But this one is probably the size of a small dog. Or not a small dog, like a medium dog. It is just a normal spider. Just the size of a dog. A medium
That is
dog.
not a normal spider unless you're in Australia.
It doesn't have an elf face.
That's
Kick it.
slightly more normal.
Baz, I cannot even begin to try to
give me
understand what the
2
fuck you're
seconds.
going through, but we do not have time for this shit, and I'm gonna need you to drop kick that spider.
Okay, hot take. What if I become friends with it? He said he was gonna give me something good. This is something good.
No, it's not. It's
Like,
A pet spider I can ride as a dog?
oh my god, no! Guys! His name isn't Kyujin anymore, it's Brian.
I shoot myself in the fucking face. I turn around to Tavik and I'm like, shoot me.
Okay. So Shahala's at the back. It's going to bite Shahala.
It's not a friendly one.
I think you gotta move that thing up.
Yeah.
Believe that hits.
It meows. It's like, yeah. It has like makeup on. Looks really pretty.
You know what? I'm going to remove Shahala
Go
from
Charlotte.
the encounter for now.
Okay,
So
Charlotte.
she will just passively
Fuck
exist.
Charlotte.
She'll exist in the back of our minds, but she's managed to get herself out of the way.
Okay.
So I'm
hold
actually
her.
gonna attack Tavik, but I'll keep
Oh.
the roll.
I
thought
threw
Tab-
Baz past
Yeah,
Tavik.
I'm.
I put Baz with
You
Shahala.
put Baz over there?
Yeah, I put Baz with
Okay,
Shahala.
then Baz, you're getting attacked.
It's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're okay. That's
So
okay.
that is in 14. to hit.
That literally just hits my armor class.
Oh, darn it.
Okay.
14.
I need a pencil, please.
Oh, yeah. Can do.
That is...
I need my calculator because I'm stupid. I don't know where my phone is. I got so distressed. I
Did
don't
you
know where my
cry
phone
or
is.
like over there and drop
Probably.
it? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
On the ground where my body was and I was crying and I'm still crying. I don't like this.
So that's gonna be 10 piercing damage. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. You know, Reese, when I said, let's bring up someone from my past, I didn't mean that. I had a whole fucking sheet.
I'll have you know.
For everyone on that.
I forgot about that.
I'm not the person who brought him in.
You think I would do that?
Yeah, Daddy, I do.
Whoa.
Sorry.
You think I would do that? Well, maybe after you just put him in a dream thing with Miracle and almost fucked up his entire life.
It's funny, I brought everybody from Baz's
17.
life in here.
17?
Daniel's like, I want to fuck your son.
No!
Charlotte's like,
So you take 10 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
And then you take
He's like, okay.
7 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Wait, don't die.
22.
Sorry, check your dwarvish thing. I think you guys are resistance to
Yeah.
poison as well.
Yeah! They are!
Give me a second.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I have advantages on saves versus poison.
Okay, well you pass the saves, so you're fine then. But you still take 7.
Okay.
Sorry. I thought you had resistance, in which case I would have lowered the damage. But you already passed the save.
No.
Okay, so it bites you,
No.
and then it chitters. Baz, you're next in the initiative.
I'm just making that the entire time.
Danny, roll me a survival check, please.
don't fuck it up. Oh, Danny.
Oh no! I made it worse. 10.
10? Okay.
I could. I really could.
Could what? Shouldn't you have figured this out before, Jason?
I was crying, Danny.
Oh, okay. Funny.
Havoc
Hilarious.
is just outside of the range if I place Thunder Wave right here.
He can't see that point, though.
I can't see him.
Well, you can see him, you can't see
Well,
that point.
he's-
Sorry, he
he's-
should be here,
Oh.
because he's attacked you. But you can't see behind that bend.
Bonus
Like,
action.
You can't see
Kick
here,
him.
so you can see that bend.
I can see this though?
You can see that scar.
He dies.
I'm gonna place Thunder Wave here.
Okay.
Okay. Go and make what is it? Oh, make a con save.
Con save?
Yes, please.
How does a 3 work?
Oh man, he sucks. I love that.
rolled
I
a 2.
need 3d8.
Oh, 3d8?
Here's another one for you.
Thanks. I just need one.
Tell me to add that for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no. Here, give me that. Oh. 11. 15?
15. And he gets pushed away 10 feet. Or as much as he can.
Okay, so where did you put the Thunder Wave? There?
So he gets pushed that way?
That
or
way. So he goes
against the walls.
skittering against the wall.
There's no force damage. Or
And
anything?
he takes how much damage?
15.
15?
Doesn't take force damage from the wall.
He will. So he's being pushed into the wall.
I guess. Quick question. That's just. Oh, never mind. That's not even out of your attack range. We're good. I was gonna say, do you get a hit because you push him
There's
out
a
of your range?
squish as he bats up against the wall, but he's still on his feet.
Oh, I have an idea.
Is that all you're doing?
How do I know if I have a bonus? Oh, it says this one. Okay. No, wait, it doesn't.
Tabak, be ready?
What is...
I'm trying to.
This is just for this. What does 1 REA mean? Is it rest?
One, depends on where it is.
It just says time.
Time, so it's 1 reaction or 1 I believe.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
So you can use your reaction to use it.
What can I use as a bonus action?
Should you say B?
No, like not this. Just in
Oh.
general. Sorry, I don't have the page. I don't think.
What? The actions page.
I might
You
have.
can't do much. You can. Here it is.
You got it.
The one with the cylinder there. Yeah, that one. Yeah, page.
Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh my god. My body is breaking. I'm leaving at 3:30. It's 3:50.
Oh boy.
Sorry. You know what? Since I'm taking too long, that's the end of my turn. That's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your
I'm taking
turn?
Too long, yeah.
I'm
Already up.
cosplay Rin.
So.
We have so many cosplays coming up together.
That's gonna be like next year though. So.
Yeah. If it was like Odafest, I'd
Except
be
like
Christ.
I'm doing him for Anime-thon, so.
The spider elf in the center of the chamber reaches out 2 of its long, kind of spiderly legs and positions them on 2 of the webbings that you can see here and begins to just wiggle them back and forth. You can see vibrations echoing up through the things, and that's all it's going to do. However, emerging from a tunnel.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Right there.
Oh my god.
Comes another one of these giant spiders.
We only have like 50 minutes for me.
Here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Are you fucking with me?
Are you fucking me?
Yeah.
Wink.
The spider.
Baz? That thing's to the side.
Yeah.
Moves
Can you keep it to that side?
down here,
I mean, I can probably kill it if you and Tabit go after that.
and it's going to
I have
attack Kizza.
pretty powerful
Okay.
stuff.
Let me update that picture then.
I'm gonna sadly drink the monster.
There you are, Jasper.
I'm resistant to poison.
So that's a 10 to hit.
No, it doesn't hit.
It lunges out with mandibles. Doesn't really, just kind of misses. You kind of bat it away with your shield.
Well, thank the gods, Kizza's useful.
Okay. Yeah. That's all it's gonna do. Whew. Okay. Nope. Tabik, it's your turn.
I'm gonna just guiding bolt the largest spider bitch.
The spider elf.
Yeah.
Okay.
18 to hit.
18 will hit. Oh, wait, sorry. I lied. 18 will not hit.
18 doesn't hit the big spider.
No, 18 doesn't hit the big spider.
Run.
What the fuck?
No, I have.
You could just run.
Okay, no, that's why I'm telling you to keep this thing to the fucking side.
Hey! Smart.
You're like, hey, keep it to the side, and you run out. You leave us behind. You're like,
I'm like, I'm in my next
hey,
turn.
Baz,
I'm gonna
Tabik, to the side.
be like, hey guys, could you just like scooch a little that way?
Danny, make me another survival check.
Oh no, okay.
Danny, don't fuck up. Alright.
13.
13?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the guiding bolt doesn't hit. Do you want to do anything else?
That's all I can really do unless somebody's really hurt.
Sweet.
I'm guessing.
Okay.
I'm kind of, but not really. Getting there.
You're emotionally hurt.
That's what I'm posting to my story.
Unless I can like back up out of the cave a bit.
Okay. You can push around Baz, but if you pull away too far, the spider will get an opportunity attack.
What if I just kiss it?
Is there any way I can go around it, or is it already within
No.
5 feet of me?
between Baz and the spider kind of boxing in on one side and Kiza and another spider boxing you on the other side, you're kind of stuck.
We'll shoot, I guess, on the swings then.
Okay. Charlotte, you come tumbling down a hole. Joe had dodged into a large burrow-like hole in the top of the mound, and you come falling on after it, Alice in Wonderland style.
Okay.
And
When will I stop falling?
you land with a that echoes off into the rest of the caves, in the center of what looks to be a spider web.
Where's the fuck?
A few feet away from you, maybe 10 feet down, you can see the large hulking form of a giant spider. The upper half of a elf-like creature.
You're on top of it.
And even farther below that, currently standing in the entrance of the cave fighting off a spider, you can just make out Kiza.
There goes my
by
first
the light
plan.
of fire that Tavik has lit.
Do you want to know how we're gonna get this done in like 5 minutes?
Wait, why is that my same?
That's how we're gonna end it. That's how Reese is like, you know what? Let's not do this today.
So I'm just gonna grab that
Oh,
gear
fuck.
thing there.
She's not in the game, is she?
No. And can I grab the other one, please? And I'll just grab Charlotte. We're gonna turn this off because that weighs better. Charlotte, you're up here. Oh, I've broken the sickle.
Oh.
So you're about 10 feet up and about 10 feet away.
Ah, darn it.
Or, sorry, 5, 10, 15 feet away.
Okay.
But 10 feet up. And then about 30 feet more down, you can see Kiza and a giant spider, and just vaguely behind Kiza, you can see Tavik with a fire in his hand. You can't see much farther into that, but you can hear chittering from farther in there.
So upset. You also hear?
Joe is fucking
Who
knows? You have no clue.
You do hear like high-pitched screaming.
Okay.
So
Is it my turn?
roll initiative for me, please.
Ah, darn it. Okay. Do I have disadvantage on this?
I believe you do because
It's an
you're exhausted.
ability. I don't know if it's an ability check or not.
Oh, you're so
I'll
tired.
say so because even with the exhaustion, you have just fallen through a hole.
That wasn't
so.
bad.
16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are back up.
Do I have enough time to say something?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Kyujin?
There's no Kyujin. He doesn't have the face. It's just this pale elf face. Are you just gonna say that?
Yeah. Okay. I'm getting his attention.
Sorry, you rolled a
16.
16? 16. So.
I'm like, Kyujin? Oh my gosh, is that you?
You're gonna send Baz into a mental breakdown.
Listen, Jason until I
Okay, so.
You know what I'm gonna do in the car while driving home? This. At you the entire time.
Whoa! You don't have to.
It's gonna be like mixed with like tears. So.
Kids, it's your turn.
Fucking hate all of you. Cause there goes my original fucking plan. Charlotte, you're ruining everything.
I fell down a tunnel.
Can I get the box of Kleenex, please?
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
I guess I'm gonna roll to hit with my hand axe. My great axe. Oh fuck, I can't even speak. The spider in front of me, obviously.
I'm so.
17.
17 will hit.
Alright. That's 1d12. Where is my d12? Is this a d12? Yes, it is. Right? Yes.
It looks like a d20 but smaller.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's slightly bigger than all the others.
So stressed.
6.
6 damage. Okay. You lance down with this, bringing the axe over top of the shield as the spider bounces away slightly, and with a sickening crunch, land a hit deep into one of its legs. There's a spurt of black, kind of greenish goo as it squeals
Also, this is the
squeals
first
in
time
a
my
way that a
character
spider can, I guess. Just kind of cheers angrily.
I don't know why this is the first time on my character sheet, but it says I have +1 attack on my attacks.
Oh, when you're raging.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I
Which
was
you
like,
have not
"Huh?"
done yet. Okay. Is that all you want to do?
Why does my son sound like a 50-year-old
I'm gonna be
English
like,
man?
son of a fucking bitch!
So, that's you. Charlotte.
Sorry. I just inhaled so quickly I choked on my own spit. I'm going to. It's probably right here, isn't it? Right there. Lovely. Great, it'll hit. I say. Well, you can rest in pieces, you fey bitch! And I cast Aganasaur's Scorcher.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, sorry, I should use this one.
I'm gonna need 2 more D8, please.
Dexterity?
Yep.
It's a 9.
Fail.
Another D8.
Oh,
you got
I think I have 2. Okay, we're good. What? This is a D20!
I got you, Danny.
I'm like, 7, okay, plus 16, hold on!
Danny didn't roll that one. Danny, you can roll that one.
Doesn't matter. That's 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage.
Flame damage, indeed. Oh, darn it. And then I'm going to use 2 sorcery points, and I'm gonna change it to a bonus action. I'm gonna do that again.
Do you have 2 sorcery points?
I do.
Okay.
And it's gonna be at level. What level is this? That's 2nd level. I'm gonna bump it up to 3rd.
Damn, sorcery points are baller.
Well, you can just cast it with spell slots.
Yeah, I know, but I have to change it to a bonus action.
Yeah, we'll use 2 to change it to a bonus action. Right.
I used to change it to a bonus action.
And then you're going to just use a
And
higher
then
spell slot.
yeah.
Just cast it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, roll to hit.
That's a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. It's a 9 again.
Woo! That's plus something.
Mark your spell slots.
Yeah, I will. That's another D8. So that's 4. I need another D8.
I got another one.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh,
never mind.
thank you. Let's
8.
That's an 8.
Okay.
Keep that 1.
Woo. 16, 24, 28.
28?
Is that plus anything, or is that it?
No, that's it. None of these are mine. I didn't use mine.
It was 2 of mine.
Oh, I took
Yeah.
took my D20 thinking I was going to use it as a D8. Good job, me. Okay, I will mark those off right now. Can I have my pencil, please? Thank you.
This kind of looks like a really shitty Earth.
Yeah, kind of.
Sorry. I also drew a sad turnip. 'cause that's how I look right
So 2 shots, one after another, of this burning flame that licks out. You can see that a couple of the webs start to not catch fire. They're coated in kind of a slimy liquid. If you've ever touched webs, they're really weird and they don't catch fire easily for some reason. Begin to spark a little bit. The fire doesn't set them totally ablaze, but it begins to spark slightly. The elf, spider elf, which you don't get a sneak attack on or a surprise round on,
That's okay.
because you yelled.
Whatever.
Kind of reels and recoils as this flame hits its back. Is that all you're doing?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
So maybe try and close it.
So, Charlotte, the spider in the hallway is going to attack Baz again. It's a 16 to hit, which will hit.
Pencil again, please.
Oh, yeah.
Can I get that D8 back, please? Oh, I got the D8 back.
I do like dead time.
So that's going to be 6 piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Of course you can. Con save, everyone likes con save.
Are you sure?
That's an 11.
You get advantage.
Hey.
That's an 18.
Hits, you save. So you take 1 point of poison damage. 6 piercing, 1 poison.
Eraser.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. I rolled a d10.
Oh.
I'm gonna let you take the 1 poison damage.
No, give it to me.
Give it to you? That's 2 points of poison damage. Okay, so you take your 2 points of poison damage and it recoils. And as it does so, there is a yowl as Joe comes flinging out of one of these tunnels and tackles the spider elf off of the web. And that's where we're gonna end for today.
Woo!
When we get back,
I was right.
Joe's like,
summer
bitch
time,
energy.
kids.
Thank
you for joining us.
Hit points, and I'm emotionally scarred, and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna cry while playing Borderlands, and I want you to know that I want you to feel guilty.
I'm not gonna feel guilty.
That's okay. That's my fault.
Yeah. Thanks. We'll see you next time. Until then, good fortune and high rolls.
I hate my life.
See you.
I love you.
Bye.
I hate these two right here, right now.
Oh, well.
I can't hate Danny. I'm just sad.
Are you gonna click off or no?
I don't know. I was gonna try and end it on a positive note. Like, okay, bye guys.